Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the channel, and today we're going to go over the Archipelago add-ons mod.
I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody.
Alright guys, so I know it's been a while since I've actually gone over a mod review. I'm sorry about that. I've been busy, but with me graduating high school, I should have more time to make videos like this specifically. And yeah, let's get right into it. First off, we're going to go over the base mod, just a quick overview, and I'm not going to show each model as like for each one right now, because this add-on it adds more I want to say dinosaurs. It adds more dragons like Tremillion, Death Song stuff. No, it doesn't actually add Death Song. Sorry about that. Death. Screaming Death, Whispering Death, stuff like that. I think it adds Whispering Death. But anyways, it adds that, but it doesn't add it like a model. It doesn't add like a spawn egg to it, like a mod, like a usual mod would. What it does, it takes the base model of one of these dragons, and it just adds upon that. So like, if I was to want a Whispering Death here, I would have to like spawn then variant than that. But the cool thing is that if you configure this correctly, like setting up the world, you're able to get your them to be out and about like normal. Now this is just the basic this is the Gronckle iron stuff, and this is also the reinforced Gronckle iron. To make the Gronckle iron, you need either you need these things, right? I think you're able to actually, well, you could just smelt it. No, you don't even have to craft it. So, but I think, yeah, you just get those by mining. But I think you can also, like, use a Gronckle to do it. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it's okay. Then to upgrade them to the reinforce, you just need to put the Thor's ore onto the, Gronckle to get that. And let me just show the attack just so that way, because I think everything else is the same, but the attack goes from 8 with the Gronckle iron to 10 with the reinforced Gronckle iron, which is not, how much is netherite? Netherite is 8, so that's just a netherite sword, but that's a better netherite sword actually. I'll have this in my inventory to keep track of like how well each armor is. But you also got the whistle, which can command all species to sit within a radius, and a horn, which you could put on a this Gronckle horn is able to. Okay, I can actually show you how to make this. Just realized I don't know why I'm not doing that. 2-6, yep. Then there's also like the mace, dagger, and hammer. So if I look at those, the mace is made. Okay, well that's how you make the mace. I mean, the hammer. Yeah, that's the mace. Yeah, you got this one. This is all reinforced. That's my fault for having it reinforced. I don't know why oh, that's T type. Then make the flail. That's what it is. You just make it like a shovel. And to make the dagger, you make it like this. So, go ahead and throw this all away. And you also got the blocks for each thing. Then you also got the dragons. I'll briefly go over how to tame each one, and I believe you still use whatever dragon. It's like say like they're like a death song. Okay. I'm gonna use Death Song as an example, but it's not actually in the game. So if like there's a Death Song, right? I want to tame. And the base model is a Monstrous Nightmare. Monstrous Nightmare. Sorry about my English. Then I'd have to tame it like a Monstrous Nightmare. I'll go over each one real quick. You got the Terrible Terror. You need no weapons, no armor, and you can feed enemy. And if you breed it with Suspicious Stew, it takes 10 minutes for the egg to hatch. Speed Singer, no weapon, no armor. Needs to be a baby though, and you need to feed it with rabbit's meat. And it's the same thing as it takes 10 minutes to hatch, and you breed it with Suspicious Stew. Deadly Adder, no weapon, no armor. You gotta feed it chicken, and you gotta breed with Suspicious Stew, and it takes 20 minutes to hatch. Night Fury, you need night vision, and you need to feed it fish. I said salmon, but it's fish. So, because that's, yeah. And you need to breed it with honeycomb, and it takes 40 minutes. Same thing with the Light Fury. You can breed it with honeycomb, you get 40 minutes to hatch. Tame it with invisibility and fish. Gronckle, you just need no weapons. You feed it beef, you breed it with Suspicious Stew, and it takes 20 minutes. Triple Strike, you gotta beat it in combat. Then once you beat it, you gotta feed it with beef. Then you breed it with Suspicious Stew, and it takes 40 minutes to hatch. The Skrill, you also must beat, and you feed it fish, and you breed it with Suspicious Stew, and it takes 40 minutes to hatch. The Stinger, which is a custom-made dragon, you need to tame it. You need to have no weapons. You gotta feed it mutton, and to breed it, it takes Suspicious Stew to breed. It takes 50 minutes to hatch. The Hideous Zippleback. It is always aggro, but you can feed it to tame, so it's gonna be really tricky to do. Because you have to, like, I'm not even sure how you would do that. I feel like you have to, like, put it invisibility on, and then, like, sneak up to it, then feed it without it knowing. But I don't know. I had to, like, do it in creative, because I just wasn't able to, like, figure it out by myself. But you feed it fish, you breed it with Suspicious Stew, and it takes 60 minutes to hatch. The Monstrous Nightmare, you need fire resistance, you gotta feed it pork, and to breed it, you need Suspicious Stew, and it takes 60 minutes to hatch. The Nightlight, it eats salmon. You have to breed a Light Fury and a Night Fury to get, well, actually, there's two variants. There's the Nightlight, and there's the Light Knight. It's a 50-50 chance. I think the Light Knight's a girl, and Nightlight is a boy. So, it eats fish. It takes 40. You can breed the Nightlights and Unlights, whatever it is, with each other, and it takes with honeycomb. It takes 40 minutes to hatch. Now this is just the base game. Now we're gonna go on not with the Archipelago add-ons, but let me just double check what this is called. I think it's the. Is it just the Isle of Brook add-ons? No, it's the Infernos. Okay, it's called Infernos. It's a smaller pack which adds Night Fury and Light Fury armor. Which actually, if I was to put it on right now, which doesn't have that much, isn't that bad. But let me show you how to make it. Yeah, you can actually shear. This actually will be two types of Night Fury skills, because the other add-on comes with does the skill, but you Gronckle iron, leather cap, leather, black, da 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 da. Make it like this too. Make it like this. And make it like this. Then you can put it on. I think, and this is actually really cool. I think this also acts like a, yeah. As you can see, I have like a pair of like wings, so it's like a wingsuit, which actually is pretty cool because over there's a wingsuit with the other mod, but we're not gonna get to that right now. Actually, I'll leave this on. Oh, it actually gives me fire resistance too while I'm wearing it, so that's actually really cool. This is definitely useful. I think this one, it does the same thing as far as the like stats. So chest plate 9, 3.5, 9, 3.5, yeah. It also does that. It's just a white variant. So I'm gonna actually leave this on. So yeah, and then there's also the Inferno, which is the Hiccup's blade. So you got right click to pull, then you light it, and it does damage. It does 7 actually, so that's actually not that bad. This does, well, that does 2 attack damage plus 7. Oh, so the base model is 7, but when it's ignited, it's plus 7, so that's 9. So that actually goes right up here in between these ones. So that's not bad. And I think it probably also lights things up. Also, this actually changes the the thing right here. So let me actually find like a sheep or something. So you can also already see like it's like more variants, and also like there's the that thing. Okay, so it also lights targets on fire. So that's good. That's good. But yeah, we also got the oil, which well, also there's the Light Fury scales and Night Fury skills. We also got oil, and this also changes how the illagers work. So
One eternity later.
that's odd. Okay, so there's different okay, so sorry about that little like cut off to something different, but okay, there's different ships that spawn, right? For the Inferno thing, it's like dragon hunting ships, to where and they also have oil, which comes with these oil bags, and you can actually throw them to explode. So like if I throw it over here, it does like this explosion, which I think is cool. There's also the Dragon Hunter and Pillager Dragon Hunter. I think the Pillager Dragon Hunter comes with the whatchamacallit mod. Yeah. And also it changes the base villagers to Vikings. Let me just get an Iron Golem. Sorry about that. But just to recap, each villager, I believe it's just the Plains villager, becomes a Viking. I'm not sure about the other variants, but I do know that the Plains villager is definitely one. There's also the like if I just get a pillager. See, that's pillager dragon hunter. If I go because okay, they changed the villager to Viking, right? You got Hunter Berserker. I just got that. But like if I bring out the Vex is not okay. That's an old deck. That's odd. He's the Graveknapper. And they pretty much are the same thing, essentially. But it's just different textures for them. Make it more like Dragon Hunters. There's also ships that you can find which have trapped dragons, which you can tame. And the oil and all that. And there's also loot too. I might be able to find. I think I might have them as a locate thing. But anyways, you can also, as you can see, there's a chance when you kill a dragon, you get their head, which comes with this thing. And also, you can make weapons. So with the Fury Mace, it does 5 attack damage. You can make it either with Light Fury, scales, or Night Fury scales. You put that with Netherite, which is actually pretty expensive for only doing 5 damage. Damage entities within 5 blocks. Okay, so it's like a range. It's not like a range hit, but it's also like a splash damage thing. You also got the triple strike with the stinger gauntlet. That's how you make it. You get the stinger from it. You get this, which, as you can read, it applies poison on hit, applies haste on user. So if I was to use it on something, say one of these guys, if it didn't despawn, like if I was to apply it to this, right, I would get. I guess it doesn't work for him. But anyways, it like Oh, that's because I wasn't even hitting him with the right thing. So if I... Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There we go. So if I hit him, he gets poisoned, and I get haste. So. Then we got the Ladder with the Nattle Spikes. I think actually I can throw these. You can actually throw them. Cool. But it applies poison on hit. You also got the Gronckle Hammer, which is made with the Gronckle Rock, which I believe is just their scales. It does 9 damage. Actually, it's pretty fast for a hammer, so that's not that bad. You got the Monstrous Nightmare, Simple Back, Terrible Terror. You got the Speed Singer, which is just a dagger, applies on hit. The Stinger, the Skrill, which you can use to make a taser. And it just applies shock on hit and slowness. So it does like the shock effect, slowness effect. So if I was to go find a sheep, I don't think it's right click. I think it is right click. Yeah, it does like it shocks them. Yeah, but it does have like a timer on it. So it is right click to do that. So it helps stun them, pretty much. And now we're going actually into the Archipelago's add-on. Anyways, there is the dragon proof stuff, which you make it with 2 obsidian, cobblestone, prismarine, and the Gronckle iron. And you also find these scrap metal to make it into, which you can probably find in the ships, to be honest. There's also the venom gland, which I forget how you get that. I think you can find that. This Monster's Nightmare gel, which is stuff on. It's just a lighter, pretty much. You really light stuff with it. I just realized. Okay, that's cool. You also got that, which you can get from the Monster's Nightmare. You got the flight suit stuff, which later on you can make it into the flight suit. But this is how you make the parts for it. And we'll show you the actual flight suit in a minute. You also got these runes, which I'm not sure if it's like a trade thing or just a regular coin. You also got limestone, which I made this floor out of. You got moldy bread. It gives you hunger. I guess you find these on abandoned ships or something. You got the red oleander and blue oleander. I'm not sure their actual effects on the dragons because I forget based off the show, but I know it's like a good effect. So we got asterisks. Oh, okay. Here's the actual weapons from the shows. So we got Asterix axe, Dagger's axe, Alvin's axe or hatchet, Hofferson axe, which is the one they use for the weddings, Stoic's axe, whoever that is axe, and the Courage axe. There's also a axe, which gives you luck, but at the cost of nausea. So that's actually a cool reference. There's also Macy, which we all know and love from the Riders of Berk thing. Oh wow, this nausea is sorry for the viewers. But let me just get rid of these. These are pretty cool. You find these. So the Wandering Trader is actually replaced by Trader Johan, and he's able to trade you these like weapons, some dragon gear, and also dragon egg crates. So that's cool. There's Vigo's sword, which actually is pretty cool. This does 11 damage, so it actually does more than the regular sword. So, and they also got Melody's fishing rod, which okay, I'm not sure who Melody is. I forget. Not that I don't forget, but we have Riker's. Oh, Riker's sword. That's actually really cool. How much does this do? 12. Is this more than him? But those are not like the ones you can craft. You have to find those, which is pretty cool for different armor sets and all that. But we also got the Dragon Hunter's gear, which this does 9 damage, which, oh, actually it's not more than this. It's about the same as this, but I have to put this up here because this has the fire on it. So, yep. It also does 8, yeah. Dragon Hunter sword, and it's just made with the same thing. You can actually make the bow and crossbow. Instead of using iron, you use the dragon-proof metal. Use all that. There's also this hook, bone hook. It does 8 attack damage, so that's actually pretty good. This probably does bonus damage, like if it was like reinforced or something. You got the dagger. It's also the reinforced versions, which you put Thor's ore on it to make the reinforced. Which, if I was to grab the sword, just for reference, this is the reinforced hunter sword. It does 11 damage, so that does the most out of these. What did the Rikers one do? 12? It said, yeah, 12, but that's a different variant. So we also got the actual bush for the oleander and all that. There's also the dragon nip, which is pretty cool. Helps with probably you can feed them it or whatnot. You also got the different armors. So let me just take this off for now. I'll try it on each one. We got the Dragon Hunter's armor. So if I try that on, it doesn't do a whole lot. It's a fashion thing. It does 2. Okay, that does 5. That's definitely less than the Night Fury, I'd say. So put that there. Yes, I am recording. Then you got the actual dragon armor, which does not as much. It's actually just a little bit less than the actual Night Fury, but it's probably a little bit more cost effective, maybe. But it's a rusted armor, which looks pretty cool, I'd say. Not that bad, not that bad. Put these up. And then you got the flight suit, which you use the actual these for, which I already showed you, didn't I? Yep. If I put this on, this is Hiccup's like flight suit from like the first movie. And if I am correct, I can glide with it. And you can use like just another flight thing. So. Oh, I didn't even check to see what the protection was on it. Probably not a whole lot. It's at 6, so it's not that bad. It comes with, does it come with toughness? I think all of them come with the armor toughness. It's not knockbouncers. Now we go on to the shields, which they add a lot of shields. So they got whoever this is shield. It's pretty cool. Actually, to make the shield, you need a Viking shield. You need wood and iron like that. And then you find the patterns. Oh, you need the different since this is Berserker class. Oh, that's actually really cool. I just realized. So to make the banners, right? That's Death Song. That's a Death Song sealed. But if let me double check the Stoke class. Okay. Oh, that's actually super cool. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is Berserker shield. So you got like Dagger and Heather, right? That's from the Berserker tribe. Well, the Berserkers, as you can see from the shield, like the Skrill, but Dagger has a triple strike and Heather has a razor whip. So that's actually really cool to make that. I think you also can get the banner, which I have down there. Different banner sets. You got the Berserker. You got the pretty much Hiccup's family. You got a Hop. Yeah, you got the Hop. Whatever the what's his name? It's Hiccup's not. It's Stoic's friend. Why am I forgetting his name? It's I'll probably come back to me. But that's their like signet and like their shield. You got the Boulder class shield. You got the Death Song shield. What is it? Grovewing. Ah, that's cool. Grovewing is a different it's not actually a creature from the dragon from the How You Train Dragon series. It's actually a custom dragon that they made in this section of the mod. You got the Fear class, you got the Mystery class, Sharp class, Stoker class, Title class, and like all of these ones like with the different classes, you just need one from that class, Tracker class, and you also got these different variants of the Viking shields, which I think you just get them by trade. I'm not exactly sure. Like with this one, the Title class, you get, well, the Sand Race is the only one for Title class. But the Stoker class, you get anything from like a from the Stoker class, pretty much. Why not? There we go. I was pushing the wrong button. Alright. Then you got the Gronckle Iron Shield, which is, you replace the iron with, can't make the Hiccup Shield, but you can trade for it probably. Then everything's the same, it's just on a, Iron Shield, like with the Proto class. Yeah, same thing there. Yep, and just the same thing. You also got the dragon-proof fences, staircase, walls, slabs, fence gates, walls. What's this? That's a metal wall. Oh, go back here. What's the difference? Is it? Do they have a damage version? Is that why that's like that? Like it's like not damaged and damaged. I think that's the difference between them. You also got limestone. You also got this Whisper in Death nest, which I think it's responds to the Whisper in Death things. You got this banner pattern. You put that on paper. Not bad. You got Boulder class, the Sharp class. No, wait, this isn't Sharp class, this is Strike class. Yeah, I mispronounced that, my bad. Strike class, Sharp class, Title class, Stoker class, and Mystery class. You also got the Dragon Hunter, which I already showed you. This also comes with different meats. You also got the Sage Fruit. Doesn't do anything, but, yeah. You also got the Dragonfly 1. So if you want to try this out, actually to make this, you need this. I think. Oh, it's pretty much just Elytra. Okay. So it's just Elytra, just probably is not the best, honestly. And yeah, that's actually for the items. I'm not sure how long that's going to be or what all I'm going to cut out. But I'm going to teleport to the different locations because there's the showcase. But then let's go to the to Trader Johan's ship first. So this is what am I hearing? Slowly but surely, my game is lagging. So sorry about that. You got Trader Johan. You got his ship. You see the different shields there, so that's probably one way you can get the shields. You also got loot on the ship. The ship does not move. It's like it just spawns in an area. Since there's a wondering, since Trader Johan isn't like a specific character, like in the game, in the series, he's like a significant character later on, especially later on. But in Minecraft, he's just the wandering trader, just reskinned. So if I'm able to actually interact with him, you'll see his one thing of the trades. So I right click on him. You see I can buy banner pad. I can buy. Oh, did I forget her staff? Ah, okay. So this is also like the whistle. Besides it, I think it increases the range. So it also increases range. And you also got the crates. So this has the Skull Claw egg, and this has the Stormcutter egg. You also can get different stuff. Yeah. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. which nest would we should go to the Sentinel nest, because this one is not underground. Actually, the Fang nest isn't underground either. But the Sentinel nest is specific to the Sentinel dragons, which, if you guys know from the show, is the dragons that hold like the burial place for dead dragons. And I like what they did with making pretty much the texture of, as you can see there, the Sentinel dragons just cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. I like that. I'm not sure if they're set to kill, but you also got the actual bones and coal to like represent like the dead creatures. And yeah, I'll be able to actually go over which dragons are which, like what their base things are and how to and you already know how to tame eat like the base stuff. But you also got, is that an egg? I think that's an egg. I should be able to not lag. That's pretty cool. There's more. There's several, as you can see. There's more flying around. Let me just. That's pretty much all that has. I don't think it has any loot, as far as that goes. Like loot stuff compared to like maybe the other like temple one. But that's different. But we'll save the temple for last because that's has the most chaotic stuff in it. But we're gonna go to the Fang nest, which has a new dragon, which I don't think it's basically a different model of the Speed Singer, but as you can tell, it's a Fang version. As you can see, they're hostile. You probably only see a blue one because that's the one I accidentally tamed by just right clicking on it. But as you can see, they are hostile actually. Yeah, you can see these are the wolf dragons, which I think they're pretty cool. They're hostile, as you can tell, but you should be able to tame them, as far as I'm aware. I think it was just like a speed singer, but I feel like there's like something. I feel like actually the eggs are like hidden underneath somewhere. Let me go in there. Alright, this is the so if you guys didn't hear, I probably just reinstate what I said last time, but the last place was the Fang nest, and I'm going to look at the temple for the other dragon. I will show you in a little bit. I'll probably reference it, but this is definitely something you want gear for. As you can see, there's a skeleton spawner at the top, but if you go down in it, you see that there's this stuff, but also you see all these like skeleton bones and wither skeleton stuff. You also see a death song banner. But if I was to go down, if I can, if it loads, you'll see there's wither skeleton spawners. If I could just, there's Grovewing. Okay, that makes sense. And you can see, like right here, you got the spawner for the wither skeleton. So you're definitely gonna need some. Oh, there's also gold here. Blocks of gold. Yeah. But you definitely gonna need some help when doing this, when getting this going. So I'm gonna go try super flat for it, so it's easier for me to showcase the dragons. I'll be right back in a moment. Hello everyone, oh wait, alright, the intro. Okay. So I'm on super flat world, as you can see here. I didn't set anything up, I'm just gonna spawn them and just pretty much show you how to spawn them. So you're gonna do summon. I already have it copy and paste. Okay, it already did that for me. And so first dragon that we're gonna do, well actually this is categorized in classes. That's what I'm going down by. I'm looking at the wiki. Everything for this is gonna be like how to install the mod. I'm gonna link a video. I did it at the beginning of the video, hopefully. But I'm also gonna have this stuff like in the link in the descriptions for different things. So if you want to look at the wiki, you can go ahead and look in the description. But here we go. First dragon is going to be the Graveknapper, which is a I'm gonna grab the whistle real quick. It's right here, isn't it? So that way, there we go. So this is the Graveknapper, which is a mix between a Screaming Death and the what you call it, a Screaming Death and a Bone Napper. This can be actually I'm oof. Sorry, it's Bodo class. It's base. I'm just gonna look at the wiki like top down. The base gene, like the base model, is the Deadly Natter. Eggs are the way to find the egg is there's a rare chance when you break a Whispering Death Nest, which I believe I showed, but I'll show you again. Whispering Death Nest, like a naturally spawning nest, you but break it, and you can find the egg there. There's a chance to get it from a crate from Trader Johan, and there's also a rare chance to be dropped by a dragon hunter or trapper, so that's cool. You can also, I believe, you can also find them in the wild. Breeding wise, they take Suspicious Dew and the Sage Fruit, so that actually adds. So probably anything with the Suspicious Dew you can also use with the sage. You can breed with the Sage Fruit. To tame it, you need no weapons, no armor, and you can feed it raw chicken, or it says here sea slugs, but there's actually no sea slugs in the mod, at least my version I got. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 variants, but I'm not going to show every one of them just because I don't want to be here all day and have my game lag even more. So we're just going to go to the next one, which is the well, we already know the Gronckle. Just adds more variants to the Gronckle. You already know the Gronckle. We're going to go to its cousin, the this one, the Hotburple. Oh, okay. So I guess this guy, Bone-Napper, the Graveknapper, does not spawn naturally. I'm reading the Hotburple. It actually spawns. I probably do like a picture of like the info, so that way I can just go over it. But let me just go ahead and place it while I Yep, the Hotburple. But I'm gonna call it the I don't even know what to call it, but you guys see it. I'll probably freeze it here or whatever so I can read it better. This guy spawns in forests, flower forest, and sunflower forest. The base of this guy is the Gronckle. You can breed him with sage fruit or suspicious dew. The taming food is raw beef, and the requirements are no armor or tools or slash weapons. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Seems as they try to do 10 different variants. There's a orc variant, which I think is cool. There's a grump. There's the grump variant, yeah. I'm just going to call it grump. But if we go back, next what we got is the Hushboggle. That's okay. That's cool. Let me get the thing real quick so I can show you the. Wait, what? Am I looking at this right? This is a really cool dragon, I just realized. What is the mix between? Is it a mix between... I can't even tell what... I think it's a Whispering Death. Another guy? I should be able to figure out what the cross between this. Base is Deadly Natter. I want to say a cross between a Whispering Death and a Deadly Natter, but I'm not exactly sure. Oh, and my game is acting up. So if I was to place this here, okay, that's interesting because yeah, it's a Deadly Natter and I think Whispering Death. But the thing about this guy is that it's not the same picture as what I'm seeing here. It might be updated. They did update this like an hour or 2 hours before and it only has 6 revision the page, so I think they're updating the mod as I'm recording this video. So I'm just gonna show you the image that I see and what's here already. So that's what I'll do. Post-production me. Yay, work. Let me put this up. I also just turn this audio, in-game audio off just because I realized there's slime around and I don't want you guys to be like blasted with the sounds of the slime. So if I go back, go to the next one. Next one we got is the Screaming Death, which I'll do the. Do I do the base? Oh, actually, this guy's a lot cuter. I say you'll see what I mean. So we got the Screaming Death. It's once again. Oh no, it's like a giant snake. That's cute. It's cute. It's different from the other variants. There's no face. That's actually really. There's a lot of different variants. You can definitely try to get different stuff. Okay, so obtain this. You gotta get it by. Oh, egg only. Okay, so I misread. So you can get by Whispering Death Nest egg, like breaking the Whispering Death Nest, Dragon Hunter drops, or trade Johan. That's the only way you can get this dragon. You can tame it. You can breed it with Sage Fruit and Sister Stew. Taming requirements: raw chicken, and you can't wear any armor or weapons. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. And the base of this is the Deadly Natter. So, and last one was the Deadly Natter too. Next up we got the Sentinel Dragon. Ooh, we already saw the Cobblestone variant. Oh, there's a lot of different variants. There's a Diamond variant. What? The Emerald variant. And Stone variant. Okay, there's a lot of different variants. This looks really cool. I'm gonna bring out the Amethyst variant. How about that? Oh, look at that. That's actually really cool. I like the animations. These guys have cool animations. This mod also improves the animations of the based dragons, as far as like Gronckle and all that. This guy really cool, really cool. The breeding. Okay, this guy spawns in lush caves, jungles, and the swash jungles, which actually they spawn at the nest. This has a Monster's Nightmare base, by the way. They spawn at the nest, which I showed you already, and breed them with the Sage Fruit and Suspicious Stew. I think the Sage Fruit's probably better. You can breed them with raw pork or mutton. You need, and okay, so my theory was correct. With the base really influences, because this needs fire resistance effect, and no armor worn and no weapons worn held. So I guess that's something I missed earlier, but that's okay. And there's a lot. There's 10 variants for each, I believe. Which I still look at that. You see how like it moves slowly, but like it's like a gargoyle or something like that. I really like these dragons. I really wish they had a Whispering Death. Not Whispering Death. They do have Whispering Death, but I wish they had like a Death Song variant. And speaking of Whispering Death, the last guy on this list, also, they only have Boulder class, Mystery class, Sharp class, Striker, Stoker class, Strike class, Tighter class, and Tracker class. The only thing is that they don't have the Fear class, which a lot of the ones in the Mystery class should be in the Fear class, but for some reason they I think the actual like Hydrangea Dragons people took away the Fear class. I'm not sure why. Which variant do we want? We want, ooh, that's cool. See, there's so many cool variants with this. I'll do this one. That looks cool. But we got the Whispering Death. That is just a Deadly Natter. Why is that just a Deadly Natter? Well, we got Deadly Natter, so. I guess that's a new one. Hold up. Let's do the one I was trying to do before. There we go. Right? Yep. Yeah. Well, that's a really cool guy. It's just really cool. Well, okay. So this guy spawns in the Driftstone Caves, Lush Caves, Jagged Peaks, Stony Peaks, Windswept, Gravelly Hills. You breed them with Sage Fruit. This has the Deadly Natter base, by the way. Okay. So I'm just gonna restate the Whispering Death, just in case if I didn't say it already. Actually, I probably did. So I'm just gonna move on to the next one, and we're actually out of the Boulder class and into the Mystery class. Even though these are Mystery class dragons, some of them should be in the Fear class, like Zippleback and all that. So first up, we got the what's a good variant for it? It's the Grovewing. Yeah, it's Ancient Grovewing. A good one. I think this is the one I gotta do. I should do. Okay. They have a base of a monster's nightmare. This is the Grovewing. Looks pretty cool. Has the base of a monster's nightmare. It does not spawn. You can find its temple. You can find its egg in a temple, which generates at Y level 0 in lush cave biomes. So it's at Y level 0, so that's easier to find. You can breed it with Sage Fruit or Suspicious Stew. Tame it with raw pork or raw mutton. Fire resistance effect, no armor, no weapons. And it's got the different variants. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to have like custom dragons to intermingle with this. What's a good one for this? I feel like, oh, that's actually really cool. Let me do the diamond one. Next up, we got the Armorwing. One sec. We got the Armorwing, and it's pretty cool how like it just comes with like diamond armor and stuff like that. And so, with the Armorwing, its base is the Monster's Nightmare. No pages use old textures as if out of date. Okay. These guys spawn in the Savannah Plateau, the Windswept Savannah, Wooded Badlands. Those are the 3 spots where these guys spawn. You can breed them with Sage Fruit and Suspicious Stew. Tame them with raw pork and raw mutton. So I'm just going to say at this point, if it's not. So it's just background, it's the Monster's Nightmare. And they've spawned in those areas. Which is, I think, is a really cool dragon. All these dragons are like really cool. Yeah, I really like all these. Alright, next up is you got the Bone Napper, which this is a Christmas variant. I didn't even know that when I was selecting it. I just thought this looked cool. I didn't realize it was a Christmas variant. Good thing you guys can't hear all these sheep and slime. Anyways, this is based on the Monster's Nightmare. and these spawn in dripstone caves, dark forests, swamps, and stony shores. So that's pretty cool. Another one. Oh, this is perfect because its ability, I think if I push Q, or is it Z? X? This is actually really cool. Because the Changewings can turn invisible. Now if I figure out what button's which, let's go to the settings, effect controls, keybinds, House of Burke, R, special ability X. Yeah, see, it turns it invisible, which I really like. There we go. Another great model. It's based off the Light Fury, and they spawn in taiga, old growth pine taiga, and old growth spruce taiga. So these guys are in the taiga biome, so that's not bad. The Dremelion. They spawn, their base is a deadly natter. They spawn in flower forest plains, or no, sunflower plains, taiga, swept, and windswept forest. Wow, I really like these animations, and just the models are great. Everything about these are great. And this, it does the blasts. Yeah. Next up is the Flightmare. I know this guy. This variant right here is good. The Flightmare is based off the Light Fury. Only thing that's doesn't seem the right is the flames and all that. But that's actually really cool. Flightmare design. These guys spawn in rivers and frozen rivers, which makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, that makes sense. This is the Smoldering Smoke Breath. This is a Christmas variant. Cruel animations. And this is based off the Terrible Terror, which makes sense. They're both smaller creatures. And these guys are found in dark forest, old growth pine taiga, and old growth spruce taiga. So they actually also eat pufferfish and sage fruit for breeding. That's interesting. And they eat fish for taming. So that just might be is a Terrible Terror thing. Okay, next up is the Snaptrapper. This was my first favorite dragon, just because it was different. But my actual favorite dragon, because I now know most of them, if not all of them, is the Death Song, because it's pretty much a Dilophosaurus. You got the Snaptrapper. Oh, and when it sits down, it does that. That's actually really. I actually wanna. And this is based off the hideous Zippleback. That's all. Look at that animation. So. Wow. I mean, it still does the same thing. This is actually like a dragon fruit design. That's right here. But this is honestly really cool still, nonetheless. Yep. These guys spawn in swamp, jungle, and bamboo jungles. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Next up, actually we actually are in a different class now. We are now into the sharp class. Next would be Deadly Natter, but now is the Deadly Galeslash. Oh, okay. Okay, I know this one. This one is a hybrid between the Deadly Natter and the Stormcutter. As you can see, it has 2 sets of wings. Really flies fast. You can also see that this is the Christmas variant. Yeah, that's old. I like this. Yeah. It's a hybrid between the not Night Fury, the Deadly Natter, and the Storm Jump. So not Cloud Jump, but Stormcutter. You can find these actually in the wild, in ice spike biome, river biomes, and frozen river biomes. So that's pretty cool. Some of the hybrids you can find actually like in the wild. This is like the one wind shear, I believe, or something similar. Look at that animation. That's really cool. You can find the razor web in old growth pine taigas, old growth spruce taigas, and snowy taigas. So next up, we got the we already got Speed Singer. What's this one? Okay. So this is a interesting hybrid, I'd say. So there's 2 variants of this. This is a Speed Strike. What do you mean pending? What's pending? I guess I have to work for, okay. So this, let me just go ahead and delete from here to here. Okay, so this is a Speed Strike has 2 variants. There's like the regular like speed. There's the Speed Singer body with this triple strike like appendages, or like the triple strike, what's the word, inspiration. And then there's the other Speed Strike, which has the the triple strike body with the whatchamacallit appendage. Oh, I hit him out of here somehow. With the appendages of the Speed Singer. Now it says spawn biomes pending, but that's probably because this is the alpha, and this is the not like the regular one. So yeah, I guess they have to like code something to where a different version of the biome, or like the nest, would be this type of one. So hopefully you're able to tame that one, but that'd definitely be harder to do compared to like the other ones that you just have them spawn everywhere. And those are the Speed Singer is the base of the the regular one is the base of a Speed Singer. The Alpha Speed Strike is base of a Triple Strike. So if I go here. This is the Stormcutter. Pretty cool. This is the base of this is a monstrous nightmare, and you can find these in frozen oceans, frozen deep oceans, ice spikes, and frozen river biomes. So definitely going with the cold themed. And that's it for the sharp class. There's also oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize that was in here. We're now in the Stoker class. Now we got the Magma Breather. This is a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. I don't think this was in the movies. Oh, that's actually okay. I gotta show you this variant, but this is like there's natural. You'll it's like a giant. It looks like a giant boar. The base of it is a Gronckle, but this is a version, like a zombified pig. I think it's funny. It like takes away some of the leg, but still, it's just basically a Gronckle version. But these guys spawn in Badlands, wooded Badlands, and erupted Badlands. So pretty much in Badlands biomes. We're in the Boulder class if I didn't say that already. I'm not sure this is a new creature or something. This is based on a Nightlight. I think this is. I'm not sure if this is a. This isn't a Typhoon. So this is. I feel like this is based off of a Typhoon. But this is a Phantom. The Silver Phantom. These guys are based off the Night Fury. And these guys spawn in Frozen Peaks, Jagged Peaks, and Snowy Slopes. So, next up is the Singetail, which I think it's another cool dragon. Has a lot of firepower. I'm not sure. It's based on the Monster's Nightmare, so it definitely gets its firepower. Oh, it even jumps. It even runs how it's supposed to. That's pretty cool. These guys spawn in deserts, savanna, and erupted badlands. So that's pretty cool. Next up is a hybrid between the Monster's Nightmare and the Stormcutter, which I think this skin looks cool. It looks almost like a. You can definitely tell this is like a Chinese dragon inspiration. Yeah, that's definitely a Chinese dragon inspiration. These guys, this is based off a Monster's Nightmare. These guys spawn in groves, snowy slopes, and windswept hills. So that's really cool. And next would be the Terrible Terror. So I think that's it for the Stoker class. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, I gotta get a good skin for this one. We're going to go into the Stryke class. Alright, next up is the Deathgripper. Ooh, that's cool. But, this is the Endstone variant. This is an Endstone variant, is it? Did I put that in the chat? I did. Okay. Well, they might have tweaked it. You gotta think, like last time when I recorded this, they tweaked it. But these guys spawn. These based off a triple strike. These guys spawn in bamboo jungles, sparse jungles, and swamps. So I really like these guys. These guys are probably my second favorite dragon, along with the triple strike. Not triple strike, but the speed singer. Okay. We got Light Fury, Light Night, Night Fury, Night Light, Strike. Ooh, I know this one. This is the crossbreed between the Singetail and the Triple Strike. Let's do this one. Yep, as you see, got the eyes of the Tremelian, and not Tremelian, the Singetail. And the Strike is based off the Triple Strike. It's a hybrid between the Triple Strike and the Singetail. These guys spawn in badland biomes, eruptive badlands, and savanna. So that's pretty cool. Good thing you don't have to like breed them together in order to get the right hybrids. It probably wouldn't work anyways because of the fact that the different models and different models work differently and all that. We already did Skrill. There's a different hybrid known as the Skrillcutter. This is the Skrillcutter. Basically the Skrill mixed with a Stormcutter. So this is definitely a cool design. It's like glows, so that's really cool. And these guys spawn in frozen oceans. Let me just real quick Squirrels are originally associated with purple, so this is probably the. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh yeah, definitely cool, definitely cool. Let me just strictly Tom said day. Yep. And wow, this is a really cool variant. It's based off the Skrill. Last one was also based off the Skrill, but that makes sense. This is a mix between this Bone Napper and the Skrill. These guys spawn in jagged peaks, frozen peaks, snowy slopes, and dripstone caves. So, next up is the Snow Wraith. Okay, yeah. Let's just do a regular pattern. These guys are based off the Night Fury. You can tell. Big bro. Okay, so it looks as though the Snow Wraith is a little funky right now. See if I can get let's do the last variant. If this doesn't work, then it's just going to be it's just a little bugged. Yeah. So, yep. Okay, so you can tell is the Night Fury based. I'll tell you where they spawn. They probably are updating the mod as we speak or something along those lines. These guys live in frozen peaks, snowy slopes, and snowy taigas. They're based off the Night Fury, as you can tell. So, next up is the... Oh yeah, I gotta check the Woolly Howl. I need the actual skin for it. There it is. This is the base one for Woolly Howl. It has a couple of different variants. But this is like the one everyone associates it with. It's basically as you can tell, it's woolly. It's based off the Night Fury. Yes, based off the Night Fury. And this one spawns in groves, snowy plains, snowy taigas. So, yeah, as you can tell, there's definitely a lot of new variants to these dragons than like base 7, 9-ish dragons. So, but that's it for the straight class. Now we go to the title class, but this only has one title class dragon, and that is the Sand Wraith, which it should be different. Wait, no, I'm thinking something different. But it's also a different version of the Night Fury, but just the sand/desert version. This one, they spawn at beaches, deserts, and snowy beaches. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we got the Tracker class with Deadly Knight is both in Strike and Tracker class. I don't know why. Not Strike, but whatchamacallit. In a Strap class. But next up we got the Rumblehorn, and this skin actually is really funny. We all know what the Rumblehorn looks like, pretty much. But as you can tell, it's actually really cool. That's actually really good. The manipulation of the skin pattern. I think it's pretty cool. Give me a look. That's unbelievable. It's really funny. But these guys spawn at beaches, snowy beaches, and windswept forest. And these guys base the Gronckle. So, and last but not least is the Fang, which you guys already seen. They spawn bases like the whatchamacallit, the Speed Singers spawn on the Speed Singer base. And these guys, their Speed Singer base is, that's just regular Speed Singer, isn't it? Let me just get one I know I've seen. That's the Fang. Its base is the Speed Singer, and where it's from is the Dark Forest, the Snowy Taiga, and the Taiga. So it just takes some of the places that they spawn for the base. But they have their own. They actually have their own location. I already showed you. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified about uploads. I hope you enjoyed this mod, and if you want me to start a series, I will. It might be a little bit, but I feel like this type of dragon series would be fun. And while I could do this while I'm waiting for the Minecraft Jurassic World Reborn mod to update along towards with the whatchamacallit, the fossils on archaeology, so I could do a series about that. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Not end of the year, but before my 5th year anniversary, which is July 4th. And I'm trying to do a streamathon, so to watch all my videos, including this one. I'm only 40 subscribers away, so please subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified about my uploads. And yes, later. Bye.